have many recalling the infamous confrontation of President Obama deriding Mitt Romney, his Republican opponent during their 2012 debates. Obama asserted that Romney's opinion of Russia being the number one geopolitical threat facing America is seen as wrong-headed in light of recent Russian aggression. Although we at the Bantu Sun are not in a rush to give Russia this position either, we believe the Obama administration's pivot to Asia policy was prescient and will age well. President Biden, the VP in the Obama administration, remembers this policy as well. The pivot was a naked attempt for the U.S. to disassociate from Middle East entanglements as the economic center of the world shifted ever closer to the Indo-Pacific region. We must remember, more people live inside this region than outside of it. Market access to these nations will be pivotal for future economic growth. China is a top trading partner of over 120 countries. That number is growing. India has the world's largest diaspora, and Pakistan is on its way to being the most populated Muslim country in the world, after surpassing Indonesia, of course, who is also in this circle. China, India, and Pakistan are all nuclear powers. China, although the fastest off the starting block, India and Pakistan are making strides. It is this threat that we believe holds the real focus of NATO. Russia is not the threat. Russia is the leverage. If NATO can co-opt Russian foreign policy, it will give them health and natural resources to better tame this region, which it currently does not have. Western companies rely on Chinese manufacturers, Indian IT, and the garment industries of Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Vietnam. To sanction them will be to sanction themselves and cause rapid inflation for their citizens. However, none of the countries in this ring are self-sufficient in energy and industrial resources, something the West and Russia will possess in droves with the ability to control supply. Russia is the third Rome. Its interest has been historically tied to U.S. interests. Their only contention is who should be on top of the pyramid. The Russians believe it should be them. The U.S. disagrees. But these Indo-Pacific nations will seek to take a sledgehammer to the world order, to something that better suits them. The IMF, NATO, World Bank, the entire edifice built by the West will need to be reorganized to align with their interests and way of doing business. The pivot is very real indeed, and if the West seeks to maintain any form of self-empowerment in this Asian century, the pivot is necessary.